You, what's good? What's good? All right, we're gonna do another live now. Oh, I'm trying to get the hang of this live thing. Let's make sure. All right. Hello, hello. Good. Audio is good. Just want to make sure everything is good here. Perfect. All right, let's get into it. All right, so in this live, we're gonna talk about why most businesses in Africa do not survive long term. What I mean by that is why we don't see generational wealth being built, at least in the past. Now I think things are changing. Things are changing. We've got a new generation of business owners. So I don't want to insult every business owner in Africa. You feel me? I don't want to insult everybody. But at the end of the day, there's some that are still operating the old school way. But I want to talk about why most people that have made their money 20 years ago are, I'll say maybe 90%, are out of business now. Give me a second. Let me double check to make sure that we are actually live because it says we're live here, but I want to make sure that we're actually live. So I'm going to check on my phone here. Oh, we're live. Look at that. Let me make sure. We're live. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Perfect. All right. So make sure. Pop up. What does that mean? No. Think I messed up. Okay. All right. You know what? I had to abandon the other live stream software that I was using because, listen. All right. Listen, we'll learn. Okay. So I want to talk about just three things. Okay. Those three things are number one, poor daily habits. It only occurred to me when I came back to Africa after being away for 25 years that the reason why us Africans don't survive long term, I'm talking about generational wealth that goes beyond 20 years, is because we've got poor daily habits. Poor daily habits. This is not vodka, it's water. We don't drink enough water, damn it. We don't drink enough water, guys. We need to be drinking more water. We need to be doing a cleanse. You know, like what the Americans do, what the British do? Those guys, they are always like self improving. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, your daily habits are critical, guys. If you don't have really good daily habits, you're going to be like losing money left, right, and center, guys. It's it's crazy to me as somebody who's lived this long that I'm starting to hear stories about all these people that used to have a lot of money when I was a kid. I'm 43 now. So imagine in 4 decades, that's 40 years plus, you see patterns. You see people make it fall, make it fall, make it fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to ask yourself, like, why does this keep happening, bro? But some people, some business owners are able to survive, and those are very rare, by the way. I'm going to use the example of maybe two countries that I frequent. And also, like here, actually, three countries that I frequent in Africa. The first one is Kenya, and I love Kenya, by the way. Second one is Tanzania, where I'm at right now. I'm recording this video. And the third one is Zimbabwe, where I'm from. And all these three countries, of course, this same pattern persists. It doesn't matter what African country you're in. It's the same problems. When you've moved around in Africa for as long as I have, you start to notice, oh, the same thing is happening in Nigeria too, or the same thing is happening in Ghana too. In my country, in Zimbabwe, we call those mbingas, those rich guys. There have been so many rich guys over the last 40 years of my life, but I'll tell you that maybe just 5 of them are still around, still pushing. And I know why. They could be doing better. To be honest, they could be doing better, obviously, because they have the resources and all this stuff. But only like five I can think about, and maybe some that I don't know about that are not on social media because they don't want people to know how much money they got like that. But for the most part, like a lot of guys, they fall off, and there's so many reasons why they fall off. So let me tell you the pattern that I notice. Somebody will get new money because right now we're in a season where a bunch of guys are getting new money. There's a lot of new money here in Dar es Salaam because we're getting a lot of trade with China. There's a lot of new money over there in Kenya because there's a lot of expats coming in, a lot of Americans bringing in money. Now, the UN is shifting to Nairobi now, so there's new money coming in, flooding in. If you go to Nairobi right now, everybody's trying to buy up land, everybody's trying to buy up an apartment. There's a lot of new money coming in Zimbabwe as well, thanks to the Chinese. Chinese are bringing in so much um, opportunity, right? All these contracts and everything trickles down. So when somebody gets a contract, the couple of guys that, they start earning money. And then all these toys that they purchase, there's a lot of people that benefit, like somebody could open up a car dealership to sell Bentleys and Ferraris, and people are buying that, in Zimbabwe. That's because it's all new money, you see. The problem is, it's very rare that you see new money like that being able to sustain past 20 years. And you start to notice that a lot of those guys that get new money, they call it a lick. We call it catching a lick. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. We all catch a lick once in a while. You know what I'm saying? In life, we'll catch licks. The years where you're up, the years where you're down, the years where you just flatlined, you're not progressing. But for the most part, people, catch a lick. And when they do catch a lick, they don't have the right habits, guys. The poor daily habits are getting involved with too many people. There's something about getting involved with too many people that will lead you astray. This is coming from somebody that has lived in multiple cities. I met a lot of people from different parts of the world, different, continents, different countries. This pattern persists as well. You start to notice, oh, okay, these type of people are like this. This type of people are like this. And then you start to see, oh, okay, the reason why the Jewish people are able to maintain wealth long term, they're able to pass down wealth, from the first guy that caught a lick to their kids, to their grandkids, is because they don't engage in poor daily habits. Have you ever been around a lot of Jewish people? I have. I used to work for a bunch of Jewish people in New York. And these guys, man, are so disciplined. Like on Saturday, you don't call them on Saturday, bro. Saturday is family day. That's the day where they go to the synagogue, I think. And all these Jewish guys, they come together. They all share game. They all talk about what kind of business they're into. Oh, you're a lawyer, huh? Okay, I got this case. I got this case. I got this guy that's trying to sue me. So since you're a lawyer, you're the plug now. I'm gonna give you the business instead of giving it to those guys over there, the Chinese or the blacks. So they're supporting each other because of those good daily habits. But what do we do as Africans? What do we do? Tell me. What do we do? Where we at? Once we catch a lick, I'll tell you where we at. Samaki samaki, dog. We're at samaki samaki. So if you guys have ever been to Dar es Salaam, you know Samaki Samaki. It's amazing. Or what's the club in Nairobi? Damn, Black Samurai. Okay, nah, OGs don't go to Black Samurai. What are the? You guys know the clubs in Nairobi. I don't go to clubs anymore, bro. I don't, because those are poor daily habits. Well, poor weekend habits. I'd rather be around OGs. For me, every weekend is all about family. Is there a family event that is happening? Is there a wedding event that is happening? So that I'm over there, interacting with the movers and shakers of the city. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's how you level up. That's how you continue to build wealth. Because when you're meeting the right people, you're engaging in the right habits. By the way, this is habit number 2 out of 3 is we drink too much, bro. We drink way too much. There's nothing wrong with drinking. I'm not trying to pass judgment on anybody because once in a while when I turn up, in fact, I want to put up some videos of me turning up at the wedding that I went to this past weekend. It's some beautiful weddings, by the way. But if you want to get married, come to Tanzania, by the way. I'm the plug, okay? I'm the plug. Just schedule time. Let's talk about it. I'm the plug. I'll get you married, make sure you start your family and all of that. Introduce you to the right people, get you in, because once you're in the right circle, guys, you're in. That's next level wealth. Next level wealth is people. But if you drink too much and you're surrounded by the wrong crowd, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You got to be like those Jewish guys. The Chinese do the same thing too. You ever notice, like when the Chinese come to Africa, I noticed this, they build their own compounds. They build their own stores. Go to Harare, go to Nairobi. They've got Chinatown in Nairobi now. They build their own. There's no Chinatown here in Tanzania, but I'll tell you what they do here in Tanzania. They'll build their own compounds. You'll see like they'll group up their money. They put their money together, and some of this money obviously is like coming from Chinese banks and stuff, corporations, whatever. But they'll literally build a compound, have a bunch of guys staying in a mansion, okay, and they just collaborate. And some of those guys are obviously like, engineers that are hired to come and do like a project over there, build a railroad, or help out, whatever. But for the most part, Tanzanians do everything themselves. Like this place is like next level. People here are gangster, man. This is why I love this country so much. When they apply pressure, they apply extra pressure, man. And they don't talk about it. There's no talking or bragging. You just see it when it's done. This is why I love this place. This is why I got married here. Because people here apply pressure and they don't tell you about it. You just find out in panic mode, bro. You start panicking. So yeah, where was I? Yeah. So the Chinese guys, they'll just come together and then just collaborate, share ideas. In fact, there's a funny story that just happened in Zimbabwe. I don't know if I can share this. Let me see if I can share it. Yeah, I can share it. Yeah, damn, I can share it. Give me 1 second. This story made me laugh, dude. It's funny. These guys have so much money now because of all this collaboration. They drink too much though. But all right, there you go. Hold on. Can I share this? Yeah. Hold on. It's the funniest thing ever. Let me share. Insta. Okay, I saw this on my Instagram. All right, check this out. Make sure. 1 second. I want to make sure you guys are seeing this as well. Oh, come on. Give me. Skip ad. Okay. Skip ad. Okay. No, you guys can't see this. guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So I'll just describe to you exactly what it is. It's a bunch of Chinese guys that are turning up in, I guess, in a club or whatever, a private mansion. These guys are sniffing cocaine, dude. They got busted. Come on, we know these things are happening already. I'm not here to judge what these guys are doing at the end of the day, but we all know these things are happening. So it's a hater that snitched on these guys. I know it. It's some hater that snitched on them. But what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make is this. These guys collaborate, they hang out together, and they share information. Even though they're engaging in poor habits, at least they're being productive while they're sniffing cocaine. You feel me? And those guys drink way too much, man. Oh, here, this is why they have their own communities and compounds, so they can do some weird things in there. And I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. What I do agree with it, what they do is the sharing of information part is what I agree with. Everything else, the debaucherous stuff, I don't agree with, obviously, So yeah, the Jewish people, they share information as well. What other community does the same thing? Yeah, and before you know it, when these guys are hanging out like that, they're sharing other contracts that they have access to. So you might discover that the guy that's got a contract to do work in Dar es Salaam also knows about another guy that has work in Zambia, and another guy that has work in Zimbabwe. I'm sorry, another guy that's got work in Dar es Salaam, in Zimbabwe, and all this stuff. And they're just sharing information. So they become each other's plugs. That's how you build wealth, by coming together. But what do we do as Africans? What do? We're out here hating on each other, bro. We're busy hating on each other. It's craziness. It's madness. The third thing, I said drinking too much. Because the other thing with drinking too much, it's okay to do it when you're celebrating something, but to make that a daily habit or every weekend, you're going to fail in business. You're going to fail. The thing I love is when everybody is turning up, I am applying pressure. I am working. I'm going to outwork you. That's my job, to outwork you and apply extra pressure on your ass. Because I know a lot of guys over here in Africa are very sleepy. It's nothing for a lot of these foreigners. This is why a lot of foreigners come into Africa and make so much money, because they see how sleepy we are. And they'll judge us. They'll be like, these guys are just nothing but alcoholics. Look at them. Look at them. All they do is go to Samaki, whatever clubs are available. I don't know Samaki because a lot of people, when they come to Dar es Salaam, that's all they know. But Dar es Salaam, the thing I like about it is it's got so many cool hangout spots. The thing to do here is to drink alcohol and eat meat. And these guys are massive like this, bro. Do you think that's a recipe for a long-term business? No. You're going to be okay for 5-10 years, but after that, it's a heart attack. Guaranteed a heart attack coming. Recipe for disaster, heart attack, guys. Before you know it, the guy can't walk. You see him 10 years later, he can't walk. He's like a lump. Because what do you expect, bro? You haven't been drinking water. You're not hydrating. You're eating pork, even though you're Muslim. You know how many guys here in Dar es Salaam eat pork and they're Muslims? So many. But listen, I don't blame them. The pork is so good. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Temptations, right? Temptations. But you see, this is where Things start to fall apart for your ass because you lack discipline. You're drinking too much. You're drinking too much. You're not drinking enough water, no balance. You're not working out. That's the other thing. These guys don't work out. There's no culture of exercising. They call it exercising, call it working out. But now, thanks to social media, things are kind of changing now. Things are kind of changing. I'm noticing a shift now because the guys that have money, let me tell you what's happening now. It's funny. The guys that have money are seeing that their side chicks are into gym guys. They're into the guys that go to the gym. So the guys that got money, they're feeling the pressure now. Who wants their side chick to be snatched? By the guy who goes to the gym. In fact, but we don't mention names over here, but there's this guy in Nairobi, Kenya. I follow that guy on social media. I'll never tell you who he is. This guy is applying so much pressure. The thing is, he's not a rich guy like that, but he's comfortable. Let's put it that way. Financially, he's comfortable. But he can get any girl that he wants. Why is this? He can get any girl that he wants because he works out. He's a gym guy. He goes to the gym every single day, takes care of his physique. He looks good. So obviously, all the girls are going to want him, including the girls that are dating all the guys with money. They all want him. You don't think those rich guys feel insecure about that? Of course they do. So I'm seeing a shift now. At least these guys that got money, they're starting to realize the importance of taking care of themselves. So I do have to give them credit for that. But when you look at the OGs, the guys that are like in their 50s and their 60s, those guys have given up, bro. Those guys have just said, you know what? I'm just going to pay for it. Meanwhile, the gym guy, the guy who goes to the gym, he doesn't have to pay for nothing. He doesn't have to pay for it. But the guy who has taken care of his body and everything, now he has to buy a car. Every time he has to see that side chick, he has to buy a car. You see how not taking care of yourself will end up costing you so much? Because that's money you're losing. See, these are the things that us Africans, we don't realize we're effing up at. We're messing up because we don't see that to be a problem, but it's a big problem. When you don't take care of your health, you don't take care of your body. Now you're spending like 50 grand a year on a side chick when you could be taking that same money buying crypto so that your kids can eat for the next 20 years. It's wild, bro. It's crazy. Your side chick can never, ever, ever play you like that, Kings. Never. In fact, you need to be able to work on yourself so much that people want to pay to be around you. That's the level of sort of working on yourself you have to do. They're like, man, I'll be around you for free. Or at least pay, because your time is that valuable. You need to be that valuable that people want to pay to be around you. Not the other way. Not the other way. Yeah, you got money and everything, but now you're losing money. What kind of business is that, guys? That's hustling backwards. You sweated your ass off for all this wealth, all those hours, all those sacrifices you made, King. How hard you work for that money. And I know a lot of guys that used to work for, these big mining corporations. You know what I'm saying? You're away from your kids, your family for all those, months, weeks. You're away from your kids, only to give away some of your wealth to an Instagram, to an Instagram baddie. Ah, no, man, no, that's hustling backwards. How are you gonna? You think you're gonna get blessed that way? No, you won't. There's no way you're gonna get blessed that way, guys. There's no way. There are levels to this game, guys. There are levels. You can't be played like that. Last point. Then I'll probably do another live stream later. Last point. We failed to delegate correctly to the right people. And this comes from, again, somebody that has observed people that have done things the right way, some people that have not done things the right way. When your life is, when you're engaging in poor daily habits, and then you're drinking too much, your life will be chaotic and dysfunctional. Those are the two biggest problems. Chaos and dysfunction are the two biggest problems that ruin generational wealth for us Africans. Completely. So what ends up happening is you start to be around the wrong crowd. Anybody can easily tell you something, you believe it. Even if that person is a complete moron, completely dysfunctional, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Huh? And then they tell you, oh, I can deliver on this, I can deliver on that. They're lying to you. They're lying to you, King. That idiot doesn't know what they're talking about. And they're trying to tell you that they can deliver on that contract. So you give them that contract, you subcontract that work to them, thinking that they're going to do a good job. Meanwhile, that guy's a freaking alcoholic. And he spends his money on hookers. This is how you get jammed up. Because you've delegated the work to the wrong guy or the wrong person who's dysfunctional and chaotic. So you end up wasting time. Your chances are you probably lose that contract because whoever gave you that contract will see, but you couldn't even deliver on the last joint that I gave you. Why should I take you seriously? I don't take a lot of people seriously. 99% of people I don't take seriously anymore for two main reasons. They don't know how to control their dick and they don't know how to control their alcohol. That's why I don't take 99% of people seriously. Men especially, men. Because those are two things that ruin a lot of men and a lot of generational wealth. But we don't like to talk about it, do we? We don't. Instead, what do we like to do? Shift blame. That's what we do. We shift blame. Oh, so-and-so did this to me. Oh, so-and-so did this to me. Do you know how many OGs that I hear crying? I mean, not necessarily crying like this, but just bitter as F. So many bitter OGs out there, guys. So many of them. Drowning in more and more alcohol. You don't want to be like that, dude. You don't want to be like that because once your respect is lost, it's lost forever. There's no coming back from that shit. No coming back for it. So next stream, we're going to talk about respect, okay? We're going to talk about respect. Let me write that down. That's going to be the next topic of discussion, all right? Listen, if you're ready to work with the best, this means that you're ready to work with somebody that knows how to navigate different markets. Because right now I'm in Dar es Salaam. This is where my office is. But I operate in multiple African countries. If you're ready to work with the best, somebody that can deliver, let's talk about how to get you to the next level doing business here in Africa. Let's talk about what kind of niche you're into first. And let's talk about how to make sure that you're able to execute, beat the competition. Because I know a lot of you guys are good at what you do. You just need the right help. You just need the right sort of coaching. That's what you need. So you can take things to the next level. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Let's talk about how to get you to the next level. And it'll be more like a coaching, business coaching. Of course, we'll get into, all the things I'll talk about, like how to actually deliver. Because when you see how like people are doing business here in Africa, it's amazing. It's amazing. There's so much information available now about how to do business here in Africa. The markets are wide open. You can literally come to Dar es Salaam, pick up a few things, go and sell them in Zambia, go sell them in Zimbabwe, go sell them in Botswana, Namibia. If you got the right plugs over there, you can do that. But it takes making sure that you're disciplined. You're able to put in the work. But a lot of people don't know how to put in the work. But we put the work in over here. If you're ready to work with the best, schedule time. I'll put the links in the description of this video. Let's talk about it. And by the way, this is not a free consultation. You're going to have to pay for my time. There's nothing for free. If you want to ask anything, ask in the chat. That's the only way I can, respond for free. But when it comes to giving business advice, you got to pay for it. All right? Respect. Bless.